Welcome everybody to break 17491. This is our 24-25 extended 3-box double up. Alright, 16 spots in this break. We have Maryland, Jean-Francois, Toronto 1969, Kevin, Aaron, Farsangi, Moose 74, Mike, Elvis 62, Hume 420, Digi 27, Vincent, Eric, Aaron, Brian, Vincent, Eric, and Brian. Two different Brians in there, Brian L and Brian M. Copy down there again to make up our 32 spots. Maryland at the top, Brian M at the bottom. Maryland at the top, down to Brian M at the bottom. We go 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Vincent Eric at the top, down to Hume 420 at the bottom. Vincent Eric at the top, Hume 420 at the bottom. Teams Anaheim down through to Winnipeg. Anaheim down through to Winnipeg 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Carolina down to Pittsburgh. Carolina down to Pittsburgh. Here we go with your teams. Vincent Eric with Carolina, Digi 27 Seattle, Jean-Francois New Jersey, Aaron with Vegas, Kevin with Philadelphia, Brian with Edmonton, Vincent Eric Florida, Digi 27 Ottawa, Elvis 62 the Rangers, Maryland with Colorado, Vincent Eric Los Angeles, Brian with Detroit, Mike with Buffalo, Toronto 1969 Columbus, Moose 74 with Washington and Winnipeg, Mike with Toronto, Hume 420 with Montreal, Elvis 62 Minnesota, Kevin with the Islanders, Vincent Eric Tampa, Farsangi Arizona Utah, Toronto 1969 with Nashville, Maryland with Calgary, Aaron with Anaheim, Brian with Chicago, Jean-Francois with Boston, Aaron with Vancouver, Farsangi Dallas, Aaron with St. Louis, Brian M with San Jose, and Hume 420 with Pittsburgh. A couple of minutes for trades. Columbus and Nashville. Oh, sorry, bud. You never know. You never know. All right, last call for trades, guys. Printer is not being very nice today. All right, here we go. Good luck. All right, Will Smith reflections for the San Jose Sharks, Sidney Crosby silver skates, and canvas of Matt Grelchik. Will Smith rookie premiere out of 999, level 1 for the San Jose Sharks, and Jakub Dobish, Young Guns for Montreal, encore of Brad Marchand. Future Impact, Connor McDavid for Edmonton, Will Smith Beehive, and Nathan McKinnon All-Star Skills Canvas. Beehive Gold, Tim Stützle for Ottawa, Frank Nazar, First Draft, and Dazzlers of Matthew Barzal. Rookie Reflections, Bradley Neto for Carolina. Wyatt Johnston Oracles, Pros and Prospects of Fabian Lysell. Silver Skates, Adam Fantilli for Columbus. Chase Bradley, Young Guns for Colorado. Cole Caulfield for Montreal. Michkov Reflections for Philadelphia. Lucas Raymond Silver Skates and Frederick Anderson Carolina. Rookie Reflections, Zachary Leroux for Nashville. Macklin Celebrini first draft. And Brad Lambert, Outburst first draft for the Winnipeg Jets. Silver Skates of Braden Point. Jared McCann Oracles for Seattle. And Mason McTavish Pros and Prospects. Kevin Stenlund out of 100, exclusives for Utah. Fabian Lysell Young Guns and Mitch Marner Encore. Black and white canvas of Braden McNabb. Leon Abischel Young Guns for Dallas and Cale Makar Beehive. Future Impact Frank Nazar for Chicago, Pros and Prospects Kirill Kaprizov, and Jacob Slavin for Carolina Canvas. Reflections Konagiki for Tampa, Future Impact of Cale Makar, Matthew Barzal Canvas. Nick Suzuki Oracles for Montreal, Frank Nazar first draft, Pros and Prospects of Leon Bischel. Sebastian Cossa Beehive Gold for Detroit, Sebastian Cossa first draft, Dazzlers of William Karlsson. Rookie Reflections, Jet Luchenko for Philadelphia, William Eklund Oracles, and Rasmus Dahlin Encore. Silver Skates of Jordan Kyrou for St. Louis, Trent Miner, Young Guns for Colorado, and Connor Bedard Beehive. Rookie Reflections of Josh Doan, Alexander Barkov Encore, and Canvas of Rupe Hintz. Lane Hudson, Reflections for Montreal, Austin Matthews Silver Skates, and Robert Thomas Canvas. Silver Skates, Spectrum out of 250, Logan Stankoven for Dallas, Fabian Lysell, and Connor McDavid. Future Impact, Mitch Marner for Toronto, Pros and Prospects, Josh Doan, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins Canvas. Silver Skates, Lane Hudson for Montreal, Adam Wilsby, Young Guns for Nashville, and Nick Suzuki Outburst for Montreal. Jonathan Lekkerimäki, Future Impact for Vancouver, Logan Mailloux, Oracles, and Connor McDavid Edmonton, Beehive. Deluxe Kevin Stenlund out of 250 for Utah, Michael Milne, Young Guns for Minnesota, and Pros and Prospects of Konagiki. Third and final box. Fedor Svechkov Reflections for Nashville, Nazem Kadri Silver Skates, and Dylan Holloway Canvas. Logan Stankoven out of 500. Reflections red for Dallas. Logan Mailloux, first draft, and Alex Ovechkin encore. Pros and Prospects Gold of Clayton Keller for Utah. Owen Pickering Young Guns, and Dazzlers of Samuel Honzik. Future Impact Anze Kopitar for LA. Leon Draisaitl Oracles. Pros and Prospects of Austin Matthews. Rookie Reflections, Matt Vymichkov for Philadelphia, Rasmus Dahlin Oracles, and Connor Bedard, Pros and Prospects, Chicago. Rookie Premier, Zach Dean out of 499 for the St. Louis Blues. Samuel Helenius, Young Guns for LA, and Pros and Prospects of Clayton Keller, Utah. Rookie Reflection, Zach Dean for St. Louis, Rutger McGorty first draft, and Brendan Othman Rangers. Silver Skates, Connor Bedard for Chicago, Austin Matthews Beehive, and Sean Monahan Canvas. Oracles, Zachary Bolduc for St. Louis, Justin Richkovian, Young Guns Dallas, and Nikita Kucherov encore. Silver Skates, Leon Draisaitl, Nick Suzuki Beehive, and Jacob Chitrin Canvas. Future Impact, Logan Stankoven for Dallas, Brendan Othman first draft, and Outburst of Robbie Fabry for Anaheim, and Ottawa. Olin Zellweger Reflections for Anaheim, Silver Skate Seth Jarvis for Carolina, Morgan Frost Canvas for the Philadelphia Flyers. Alright, that does it for break 17491, our extended 3-box double up. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Thanks very much.